Hello everyone and welcome to an episode of Lorehammer. I am Dad Hammer from Sinful Gaming, and today we're going to be talking about Behemat and the Sons of Behemat, who and what they are, because, well, we've potentially got Sons of Behemat on the way. Since War Scroll card leaks, who knows what's happening. So, let's start with Behemat and what he is. Well, Behemat, also known as the Star Titan or World Titan, is a god beast, and god beasts are these creatures of massive proportions. They're just bigger than anything you could possibly imagine. They're world-sized, star-sized, continent-sized creatures of just massive proportions. I've said massive a lot there, but I hope the point gets through. And so Behemat is this father of gargants, this creature that once was awake long before Sigmar and all his friends came to the mortal realms. And obviously during the times when Sigmar became powerful in the Age of Myth, a lot of these god beasts were taken down. But Behemat went to sleep in the realm of life. And so he became this entire continent in the realm of life. And over the time, he's just gone to sleep. And then he wasn't really thought of again until Archaon had a dastardly plan during the Realm Gate Wars, that he wanted to bind god beasts to his will, and he of course succeeded with others, and he tried to get Behemat. Unfortunately for Archaon, he was unsuccessful. We'll get a bit more into why he was unsuccessful and what was happening. We'll tell that story a little bit. So, it all started with Blow-Eyed Rot-Spawn and some noble Rotbringers, along with some Skaven, that were trying to corrupt this particular patch in the Realm of Life under the leadership of Archaon. And so they were trying to corrupt these magical points, which actually were Behemat's nervous system. And so over time they were corrupting more and more of these, and they were finding more and more of these nerve points on Behemat and corrupting him slowly but surely. So when he awakened, he would be just fully in Archaon's control. And so obviously the Stormcast Eternals, when Sigmar made his war into the realms again, did not want this to happen. There's no way they'd already, at this point, other god beasts had fallen and become under Archaon's sway, and they couldn't afford to have more fall under Archaon's influence. And so they crashed down, the Hallowed Knights crashed down, led by the Celestant Prime, crashed down, and started to wage war against both the Skaven and Blow-Eyed Rot-Spawn's Rotbringers. Eventually, over time, they were sort of successful, but then right as they were about to achieve ultimate victory and cleanse all these points from the corruption, Blow-Eyed Rot-Spawn released this master plague and once again corrupted all the points of power and all the nervous system on Behemat, and Behemat awoke. This beast racked with pain. He was just so much in pain that he awoke and the world began to crumble around him. It was at this point that the Stormcast decided that they had to unleash something called the Great Bolt. It was a bunch of Lord Relictors all across the Hallowed Knights chambers and other chambers of Stormcast, along with the Celestant Prime, who had to gather their might and actually summon Sigmar's lightning to destroy these points on Behemat. And eventually they did so, destroying themselves, destroying the Skaven, destroying Blow-Eyed Rot-Spawn, destroying many Sylvaneth along the way as well, that were also in the Realm of Life, destroying Behemat's children, the Sons of Behemat. And eventually they had no choice but to kill Behemat, and unfortunately he fell. Archaon's plan was in crumbles, however he did have someone else, and we'll get into that in another story sometime. But Behemat fell, and so Behemat is no more. However, his children still rock the realms, and he is widely speculated to be the father of all Gargants in the mortal realms. So all Gargants pay homage to this mighty god beast called Behemat. And obviously that's where the name Sons of Behemat comes from, so the Gargants are his children and his sons. And so it's said that he created them long ago, before the Age of Myth, and they've been around for forever. And so yeah, that's where we're at with the story of Behemat, and all we really know on Behemat is the story. If you'd like to read more in depth about this, you can potentially try and go find the God Beast stories. whether the big book that was released or the audiobook or novel that was released, God Beast, you can find all the stuff on Behemat. But that's the gist and the general story of what they are. And so they now are just this destructive force that wanders across the realms. We don't know much more at the moment, but I thought I'd give everyone a little bit of information as to where we're starting from. It'd be really interesting to see where Games Workshop is going with this. And yeah, I'm really excited. I have the actual formation of the 5 Gargants myself, and I can't wait to put some Gargants on the table. Anyway, thank you all for listening. I hope this has just been a little bit of help, just understanding who the Sons of Behemat are. And, well, hopefully we can get some more Warhammer stuff happening when the book actually drops, if indeed it is going to. So, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And for all those who want to join our Patreon, you can find us at Sinful Gaming on Patreon. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll see you all again soon.